I'm a little late on this video, but don't worry, I'm here. I watched the Miss Universe competition. It was great. And here is my recap. Hey Gorginas! How are y'all today? I'm great. It's not nearly as late as last time. It's only 12 a.m. right now. It's not 3 a.m. like last time. So, this weekend on Sunday, it was the Miss Universe competition. And it was a good show. It was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. There are a couple of things, that I kinda didn't like. And I will talk about them in the video. But there are also a couple of things that I really did like from the show, which I will also be talking about in the video. First of all, I'm going to start with the top 13, and then I'm going to mention the top 9, and then the top 6, and the top 3. In the top 13, we started off with Kenya, and then Indonesia, USA, Mexico, Peru, Panama, Colombia, Philippines, Canada, Brazil, France, Haiti, and Thailand. And Thailand was the number 13. She was the one that got the most votes from the fan vote that they had going on prior to the competition. After the top 13, they did their swimsuit competition. I'll get into that a little bit later, but like I said, the girls were great. And then came the top 9. So the top 9 was USA, Thailand, France, Mexico, Kenya, Colombia, Canada, Haiti, and the Philippines. And they all switched into the evening gowns, and then they did the evening gown number. After the evening gown number, they did the top 6 announcement. And mind you, every announcement past the top 13 is so nerve-wracking. Like, I'm a nervous wreck, because I'm like, oh my god, I hope my favorite contestants make it. I need to, I need to see them in that top 3 or that top 6 or whatever. And girl, like, I was having a heart attack every single time they would announce the next, elimination round. Oh my god, literally. And then in the top 6 we have France, Kenya, Colombia, Philippines, Thailand, and Haiti. That's where my heart stopped, because I was like, girl, it's getting real. It's getting shorter. The list is getting shorter. The girls are leaving. I'm nervous. But I still had a pretty good chance there. I still had the girls from my list on the top 6 were France, Colombia, and Thailand. So I still had 3 out of the 6, which means I still had a 50% chance that one of my contestants or one of my girls was going to get crowned. So I was still excited. And then the top 3 was Colombia, France, and Haiti. I was ecstatic. I was like, oh my god. I now have an 80% chance of winning this. Now, I'm not going to win it, but I now have an 80% chance of a girl that was on my list to take the crown. I was so happy about that. And I thought all the spots in the top 3 were very well deserved. Haiti was certainly a surprise. I don't think anybody saw that coming, even though we all knew she was very beautiful. She was statuesque and tall and was very top model material. Like, her face was just model face. And she was just gorgeous. So I thought that her placements and her interviews and all that were great too. And I'm glad she advanced all the way to the top 3. So yeah, and then after they do that, the coronation, the winner of Miss Universe 2016 was Iris Mittenaere. I think that's how you say it. Miss France, very well deserved, a stunning woman. Beautiful to the extension of the word. Like, she is absolutely gorgeous. And she left me speechless, because when she answers her questions, it doesn't look like she's bullshitting. It doesn't look like she's making stuff up in her head just to answer the question. It looks like she actually processes and thinks about it and then speaks her mind. and she's so composed and calm. I thought that the winner was very well chosen. I was really, really, really happy with the winner. Miss France, absolutely amazing, gorgeous. Okay, now I'm gonna review the show for you guys, a little bit of what I didn't like and the stuff that I did like. So here we go, and we're gonna start off with the things that I didn't like. What I did not like was the intros, the introductions, you know, the opening number. I didn't really like it. I wasn't a big fan of it. I mean, I love the runway and like how all the girls are walking across the streets, walking across the stage and strutting and looking gorgeous. I loved that, but I just didn't like how it was like, you know, they would say the names and the camera would cut to the girl for like 2 seconds, because you did not, like, not even 2 seconds, I'd say like 1 second, and you didn't really appreciate the girl, like, because you couldn't see her. It's like they said her name, okay, and then you just looked up and you literally a blink of an eye, she's gone, and you can't see her, you know, fully. That's one thing I really didn't like. The intros completely need to change. I don't know about you guys, but I miss the intros from like 2010, 2008, 2007, even 2012's intro. I feel like they need to go back to that, actually, how they were back then in 2010 and 2008, 2007. I love those intros. They had like a little dance that went with it, but before that they would announce the girls. I just wish that they can redo the show like that, or at least the intros in that way. I thought that was a very good thing. Moving on, the next thing I didn't like was the swimsuit presentation. I thought it was very sloppy. I did not like that 3 girls came out at once and then they would name them off, you know, consecutively, and then they would have like a 5-second runway walk. That is one thing I don't like at all. I think it takes away from each of the contestants. Like, they're not able to show their physique. They're not able to show the preparation that they did to get to this competition fully in a way that the judges and the audience can appreciate it. I think that it needs to be like each girl gets their special moment, you know? I don't like this group thing. It needs to go. And plus, the runway itself, it needs to be a little bit longer, like a 6 or 7 second runway. Like, that's not cute. No, it needs to be like it used to be back in like 2007, you know, 2008. Like, they had pretty good amount of runway time, the girls, and you were really able to see them, how they walk and how confident they are in their body and in the swimsuit. I think they need to change that back to how it was, because I think it doesn't leave them with enough room to judge the girls properly, in my opinion. Another thing I didn't like was the evening gown portion again. Again, they came out in groups and then consecutively called their names, and they were able to strut for like 5 seconds. Did not like that. It needs to change too. What happened to each girl getting their moment on stage, you know, and having enough time to present themselves to the judges? I really did not like that, and it really needs to change. I mean, you have a 3-hour show. You can do that with a time span of 3 hours, okay? I've done fashion shows that I have to show over 129 garments in a 1-hour time span, at the most an hour and a half. If I can do 129 garments plus a little award ceremony in the middle of the show, then you guys can freaking do a 3-hour show with a little bit of a longer runway for the girls. Like, it's not that hard. Hire me if you need to, because I will freaking do it. Another thing I really didn't like was that I believe Mexico should have been in the top 6. I thought her gown amongst the 9 was definitely a standout. It's the only one that was a silver gown. That really kind of tripped me out, because I feel like Mexico deserved to be in the top 6. But yeah, you know, things happen. The judges are the ones that are voting, and that's how it happened. Okay, now moving on to the things that I really liked from the show. I really enjoyed the top 12. I really enjoyed the top 13 girls. I thought the selection was great. Every girl in the top 13 was great. I believe they were on many favorites lists, many of them. And so I think that's great because the fan response is even greater when a girl that, you know, that has been noticed by the fans quite a bit is in the competition for the for the finals. Another thing that I really liked was that the winner, I love Miss France. I thought it was a great choice this year, and hands down, I don't think anybody has anything to complain. I think France answered her questions spectacularly well. I think that she was very eloquent with her answers while remaining calm and composed. And I feel like that's what a Miss Universe needs to do, especially in situations where they throw her questions that are kind of unexpected and kind of like, oh, what am I going to answer? I thought that was brilliant, and honestly, I'm very, very happy with the results. Like, I love Miss France. Congratulations to you. You are incredible. I love you. And I'm excited for you. I'm happy. I hope you have the best year as Miss Universe. Another thing that I did like about this year's show was the final look with the 3 finalists, the top 3. That is how you do it. You know, each girl got their chance to be in front of the judges by themselves, and that is how it's supposed to be. Each girl has their moment to fully shine on stage from the get-go, not just because they're the top 3. I believe that, you know, these girls are fighting to be in the top 3. In fact, they're all fighting to be Miss Universe. So I think that each girl should be able to get that little bit of time to show themselves to the judges alone, you know? So that was a great number. I thought the time length for the runway during the final walk was great. We got to see a lot of the girl. Another thing that I love from this year's show was the top 13 selection with the interview. I love that. That reminded me of vintage Miss Universe when they choose the top 13, or, you know, the top girls, the top 7 finalists, and they interview them for like, I think it was like 10 seconds or something like that, and they just interview them really quickly just to get to know the girl. I thought that was a very good thing. Like, I thought that was really fun. I thought it was a very good human characteristic within the show. Very nice to see the girls speak, you know, and see their natural reactions after getting chosen, because usually, you know, they get excited and stuff, but you don't really get to hear from them. And I just thought it was a great moment, and I hope they keep that when they announce the top 13s or whatever amount they want to make for the semifinalists in the coming years. I really hope they keep that little short interview segment. And then a surprise moment, I think that there was also quite a bit of girls that were big favorites that didn't make it. But I mean, that's to be expected. It was a top 13, not like in recent years we're used to getting like top 16, top 15. But a big shock was that Miss Venezuela didn't place. And I think that was a huge shock to everyone. First, because she was very, very well received at the Philippines. The Philippine fans really loved her. Like, you could tell they were really, you know, loving her. And plus, she did win a lot of awards prior to the competition from sponsors, you know? And I really was like, well, yeah, she's definitely going to make the top 13. There's no doubt about it. And then she didn't make it. Her reaction while they were calling the top 13, it's like she got progressively more stressed throughout it. Like, you can tell, like, at one point she wasn't even standing there really anymore. She was just like with her hands behind her back and her head down. I mean, I just think if you're gonna have a really self-defeating attitude, a negative attitude, no matter how much you want something, you don't do that, because that just does not look cute. Especially if you're in the very front where you know the camera is gonna look at you, or the camera is gonna catch whatever motions you're doing in the back. And that's just my thought on that. But yeah, those are all the things I can think of that I liked and I didn't like from this year's edition of Miss Universe. If you guys have any other shocking moments or things that you liked and didn't like, or if you agree or disagree with me on some of the things that I said, please leave them down below. I love to get to read them and, you know, get another person's point of view on things. Gorginas, thank you for watching this video. Please give this video a like down below. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. I do try to put out videos every week. I'm being better at that, thank God. As always, guys, remain humble, but still let these bitches know, okay? I love you guys. Mwah.